Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Lots to discuss. Eric Ten Hag, Southgate, Greenwood, Todibo, all that sort of stuff. So if you are new, please do like the video and subscribe. You're much appreciated. And if you're just like myself and always around these places, well then, how are you? But look, never dull down when it comes to Manchester United. There's always lots to discuss. And look, we still don't know what's going to happen with Eric Ten Hag. I feel like we're all going around in circles, you know what I mean? And it's getting to a stage where I'm sure even Ten Hag himself is getting a bit frustrated, and Ineos are just taking the piss. Yeah, Ineos are just taking the piss. But look, it's finally Friday, and we're going to talk a bit about Manchester United. And I am planning on doing the Euros 2024 predictions. Not on today's stream, but maybe a pre-recorded video. So maybe I could get that out maybe over the weekend or later on this week. Because the Euros just start next Friday, I think it is. So maybe out before then, no doubt about it. But look, let's start off with talking about Eric Ten Hag. So Ineos are continuing to weigh up Eric Ten Hag's future and have put no timescale on delivering a review into the 2023-24 season. Eric Ten Hag remains on holiday and isn't involved in discussions with Ineos over the season review. He'll want clarity on his future sooner rather than later. I mean, look, I don't know what the big hold-up is. I really don't. Ten Hag on holiday or not, that shouldn't be any excuse. We won the FA Cup 2 weeks ago, and this day, 2 weeks ago, we got told that he was going to be sacked after the FA Cup final, regardless if we win or lose. And I'm sure it's given Ten Hag maybe a slight lifeline. But the fact is, like, they need to be quick because we need to sign players and we need to sell players, and we can't really sign players if we don't know who the manager is going to be next season, because then the players that we're looking at want to come in to a club with a manager that doesn't know whether he's staying or not. So what's the point in that? And then the new manager might not be interested in those targets. He may want someone else, depending. I know the manager won't have a lot of a say in the transfer business from now on, but there'll still be targets there that'll need to suit the manager's style of play. Or else, again, back to Ineos's rules, Jason Wilcox, maybe there won't be much really choice there. But as I was thinking of this actually earlier on today, we're interested in Southgate, right? Which his name has popped back up again, unfortunately, and I'm fucking raging. Would it be stupid to think, and let me know if it is, because I hope it is stupid to think, but would it be stupid of me to think that the reason why Ineos are prolonging this Ten Hag sort of, manager confusion, is it because the Euros is coming up, Southgate manages England, or maybe they want to wait until after the Euros to bring in Southgate? Now look, I know what you're saying. I can't see how that's possible because the Euros ends mid-July, late July, something like that. So maybe, but I'm just saying, like, could that be the reason? I mean, look, I hope I'm wrong. It's probably a stupid reason, but I just thought I'd get it out there, get it off me chest. But could that be the reason? Why are we prolonging it so much? I mean, look, I want Ten Hag to stay. People know that. Don't have to say why or whatever, because I've said it many, many times, and I'll say it again if I have to. But it's just weird that it's going on and on and on. Like, you're seeing other names pop up like Pochettino and people like that, right? But there's not a lot of... Again, we're linked to Poch, obviously. Like, we're going to be linked to most managers that probably aren't in the job, or maybe they're in a final year in their contract or whatever. You name it. But it is getting a bit hairy that why are we taking so long? Like, honestly, like, Ineos have taken over for a while now. Not obviously a full takeover, but you get what I mean. And we're taking our time to decide what we're going to do with Eric Ten Hag. We're taking our time what we're going to do with Eric Ten Hag. Which I find a bit mad, because hurry up. If they're like, honestly, it is getting to the stage where if they're going to sack him, and if they're going to keep him. Like, honestly, like, if you don't like him and you don't want him to be the manager as Manchester United, sack him. Like, it's like, just sack him. Don't sack him because oh, well, we're looking at other managers and in case things don't work. No, Ineos, if you want to get this club back to the top and you think sacking Ten Hag is the best thing to do to get Manchester United back to where they belong, well then, hurry up. Don't prolong it. But I want Ten Hag to stay because I think he could get us back to where we belong if he gets the backing and all that sort of stuff. Adib says, Ten Hag out, Thomas Tuchel in, Greenwood out, Felix and Theo Hernandez, Kirkes, Alfonso, Bole, I don't know who that is, Davies, Juan Neves to United is better for next season. Yeah, pal, you've commented that many a times, and all them transfers there are never going to happen. There's probably a chance Tuchel could happen, but obviously Greenwood is out. But we're not getting Felix. We're not getting Theo Hernandez. Kirkes, okay, maybe. Alfonso Davies, if you're on about him. I'd like him, but I don't think so. And Juan Neves, I'd like him, but again, the price side of things. So Felix Hernandez, Alfonso Davies. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen, pal. I don't. But look, never say never. But I don't think most of them are. But Kirkes could. Kirkes definitely could. Maybe Neves, depending on what Manchester United's plans are with him. And yeah, we will talk about Greenwood later on because I think he's heading elsewhere. Thank God, because I don't want him being at the club. And the proof is in the pudding. There is a reluctance to sack Erik ten Hag without a clear plan to appoint a replacement. While numerous managers have been linked, Ineos want to make sure that if they do decide to change, it is to make the right appointment rather than changing for the sake of it. So again, back to what I was saying, we're taking our time. We're prolonging it. We aren't like, the reason why he's probably not sacked yet is because they haven't found the right replacement. Well, I don't mean to lie to you, Ineos, but if you're planning on getting rid of the manager because you don't like him, well, then you shouldn't have to prolong it. And I honestly, I get the feeling that they don't like Ten Hag and they want to sack him. That's what I get. And they want to bring in Southgate, which I don't want Southgate. Even if you're Ten Hag out, surely you don't want Southgate. Like, honestly, a tiny Ten Hag outers. If you want Ten Hag sacked, please tell me you don't want Southgate to come in, because in that case, we should just bring back fucking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, honestly, it's like, I hate to say it, but you often get the feeling that Ineos will sack him. Which again, I'm only a fan, so are the people watching, all that sort of stuff. We can only give our opinions, which sometimes Manchester United, Ineos. I like Ineos. I like what they're doing. I like the people that bring in, Berardi. Whatever happens with that, Ashworth, Claude Blanc, Berardi, you name it. But we are taking our time. We really are taking our time when it comes to the manager's situation, which can get annoying because it will get to a stage where, hold on, just make sure I'm not glitching actually. No, I think I'm not glitching. Am I alright? Yeah, we're alright. Right, lovely job. But get me off Google. I don't want to go on Google. Yeah, so back to what I was saying anyways. Yeah, I just get the feeling that Ineos want to sack him, but who are you waiting for? Because, look, we're seeing Poch's name being thrown in the mix, but when Southgate's name is thrown in there, you just get the feeling like, well, I don't mind Pochettino, but if I can get Gareth Southgate, great. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting off Ineos here is like, well, I don't want Poch. I wouldn't mind Poch, but like, if I can get Southgate, well then, yes, please. So, again, who the fuck in the right mind wants Southgate? Honestly, who in the right mind wants Gareth Southgate? He's honestly the reason why England haven't won. I haven't had glory under him. He is literally the reason because of the players he picks, and he just fucking manages to bottle it. Like, I'm not an England fan. I'm sure the voice gets that away, but he's that type of manager that he'd play Luke Shaw in the midfield, and play Bellingham left back. Like you don't know what to expect from. Or he'll play fucking Saka on the left, wearing two right football boots. Like he's just, I just don't like what I see from Southgate. And if he comes in, do not expect me to back him, because I won't back him. I won't. No one can. Like no one can back Southgate because he's a shy manager. And I'm saying it here and I'm saying it now, and I don't really care, because he is a ridiculous manager. Like honestly, he's ridiculous, and the fact that I'll be linked to him, I really I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Like it's annoying. Like it really is annoying. That the fact is we're taking our time with Eric tonight. It's ridiculous, and you hope, you really do hope that we hurry up with the decision with Eric tonight, because it will get to the stage where people will get pissed off. It will get to the stage where people will get pissed off. I'm already pissed. I'm not going to say I'm pissed off with it, but like they're just taking their time to make a decision with the manager. And yeah, I mean, a bit of news here about Southgate. Ineos have had Gareth Southgate towards the top list of potential replacements. He's still highly thought by key figures at the club, including incoming sporting director Dan Ashworth and Soda Brailsford. For now, his Euros commitments keeps him out of reach. And again, if England weren't in the Euros this year, Southgate could be a new manager. Honestly, I tell you what, call me stupid, please, but the feeling I often get is if England weren't in the Euros this year, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Southgate was our new manager by now. It's like they want Southgate, and why? Like, why do you want Southgate? Like, why? What's he gonna do with this club? Like, at his time at England, the furthest he's got them to was a final, and they lost. Because again, him overthinking things and making stupid substitutions. Like, honestly, it's just like I don't get it. I just don't get what goes on inside that man's head. And the fact he's still England manager is a big surprise, because if England had a better manager, honestly, they did. And again, you're looking at England fans, because look, you do watch England, and you do listen to England fans, but most of them are like, I don't watch England because the football Southgate plays is shit. Like, one of the reasons why Van Gaal was sacked is because his football was boring. It was, look, he won us an FA Cup at the end of the day, so you can't really fault him totally. But he's one of the reasons why he was gone. Obviously, poor results in that, but the football was depressing. It was graveyard football. That was that depressing. There was more crack at a graveyard. Like, honestly, it's just something else. And yeah, England fans like, why to watch England? We're shy, and we could be better because Southgate. It's Southgate. Honestly, he's that kind of bloke that he couldn't stop. He thinks he could stop a train, but he could, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Why he's a man that we're linked to. Like, he shouldn't be taught. You think a Man City, if they're looking to replace Pep, would look at Southgate, or Liverpool? When obviously Liverpool have the new manager now, but when Klopp was leaving, do you think Southgate was in the mix? No way, not a chance. If Arsenal wanted to get rid of Arteta, do you think Southgate be in there? No way. Chelsea sacked Poch. Southgate was nowhere near being mentioned, because they know that if we bring him in, they're fucked. But the fact that we want to bring him in, oh yeah, let's bring in Southgate. He is going to do business bits at Manchester United. Yeah, he's going to get us. Literally, he's just another Frank Lampard. He's just another Frank Lampard. He's a shit manager, and I don't care what anyone says. He's not a good manager. And if he comes there, Manchester United, if Ineos appoint him, I'm done with them. Like, if Ineos appoint Southgate, I'm done. Regardless what they do with Ten Hag, I want them to stay. But if they bring in Southgate, I honestly, I have no words. I have no words. Like honestly. But Ineos, they need to hurry the fuck up because people are getting fed up of talking about it. Like honestly, like we all just want to know what you're gonna do. Like you're getting told one. Like Jordan again. This is one of the reasons why you can't rely on journalists because one day you're getting today, then you're getting the eyes, then you're getting um the clocks emoji and you fucking name it. So they know nothing, and Ineos will just announce it out of the blue. But they honestly, they need to hurry up. I mean, really, really do. How's things, mate? He says, "Oh Christ, not this horse shit again." Yeah, I mean, don't be pal. It'd be 2030, and we'll be still sitting here saying Ineos are still to decide what to do with Eric Ten Hag. I'm mostly willing to shit Southgate because he's a shit manager. But they do need to hurry up, and I am getting fed up talking about this manager, scramble and confusion because you're looking at news, and every day it's just today's today. Here we go. Keep your notifications on. Do what you have to. Keep your eyes peeled, or keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ear to the door. Today is today. Like, fuck off. Like, I wouldn't believe anything unless Fabrizio Romano comes out or David Ornstein or you name it. He's a bit more reliable. Then I'll say, right, fair enough. Because look, I'm not doing any live shows until we know what's going to happen with Ten Hag. If Jacob Steinberg comes out or any ridiculous journalist like that, I'm not going on because what's the fucking point? Jacob Steinberg, Ten Hag's going to be sacked. I think it was a Di Marzio as well. Ten Hag's going to be sacked. Honestly, ridiculous. People just thought, let's put it up and make people look like clowns, which is ridiculous. In all honesty, Emma says subscribe. Yeah, well, today's show's not really going as well as I like until, which is a bit gone because they're doing well recent times. So maybe it's a time slot because I don't have a bit of a later time than I would usually. Maybe that could be it. I know I should start doing them like early on a Friday because it's Friday evening now. People be putting their feet up for the weekend. But yeah, I mean, look, after this, I'm probably going to do my Euros predictions anyways. But yeah, I'm not happy that today's not going well on the new show side of things. The algorithm can sometimes be a kick in the teeth. You get it and then you don't get it. Friday night, people might be out. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why I'm debating now and doing is say 2-3 o'clock now, maybe 12 o'clock on a Friday, and then have it at the usual times during the week, which is 5 o'clock, 4 or 5. But it is my fault that it is a bit late because I had a driving lesson earlier on, so that's the reason why I couldn't have it as early as I'd like to. But yeah, look, we'll still keep talking anyways because you never know. Things might go our way. You never know. But this is the joys of YouTube. It's why some people actually don't do a lot of new shows late on a Friday because there's not many people that people who might be out or fucking, I don't know, having a few scoops, few drinks because it's the weekend. But no, it is a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a shame. It can be a bit gutting too, but look, we move. Right. So a bit of news about our man. Well, not our man. Oh my god, did I just say that? Oh. No. Not our man. Thank fuck. Mason Greenwood. So, according to, let me go down here, look for the news. You're taking the fucking piss. So, bit of news, right, in Greenwood. So, Mason Greenwood has said yes to a move to Juventus, but they currently do not have the financial strength close to close the operation. Amaya says, yeah, I'll keep going, Amaya, pal. You don't worry, pal. Appreciate it, bro. But yeah, I mean, look, Mason Greenwood, I mean, look, he said yes to Juventus. I mean, look, obviously Juventus don't really have the financial side of things. Mayo says, why are all these clubs suddenly broke when buying for United? Yeah, I know, yeah, they all of a sudden grow up here when we come crawling for players. Yeah, it is a bit weird. Maybe they don't want Mason Greenwood, maybe you don't want Greenwood for the same fact some Manchester United fans don't want Mason Greenwood to play for them again. Look, I don't want Greenwood to come back. I'm not. I've said numerous times why. The proof is in the pudding. You know, a video is a video. A voice record is a voice record. If photo is a photo. You know, you can't convince me otherwise that's not all true. Say what you want. But look, I do think getting rid of him is a good decision. Again, we're going to earn money for him. How much will we get for him? Maybe 30, 40 mil. We're not going to get a lot from, you're not going to get 60, 70, 80 million. I'd love if we could get that from Mason Greenwood, but I don't think that'll be the case. Which, like I said, would be lovely, but we're not going to get a lot for him. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I wouldn't say he gets a lot of wages. Like, I wouldn't say he gets 100 grand a week. If he gets that, well, then fucking hell. I say he probably gets like maybe a bit 80 grand a week, maybe a bit less. Again, I don't know. Don't care. But the fact that we're getting rid of him is a good decision. Because look, if he came back to England, honestly, like, say what you want, but if he came back to England, he wouldn't be able to walk. Honestly, he wouldn't be able to play a football match. He wouldn't. Say what you want about him, but he wouldn't. Honestly, because regardless what you think about what happened, he wouldn't. So the fact, we played for Getafe this year in Spain, got his career back, his football career back on track, back on the fields, playing a bit of ball. He sort of knows what he wants to do. Emir says Dortmund acting broke for Sancho as well as Greenwood. These guys got paid hundreds of millions of euros for Jude, Sancho, and Haaland. Yeah, that's it. I mean, look, maybe it's the wages side of things as well, Emir, pal. You really don't know, but yeah, right. Clubs. When we're selling players, clubs are broke. But when we want to buy some of their players, all of a sudden their players grow in price by about 60, 70 million or some mad price like that. But yeah, look, you are right. You definitely are right. Which I don't know how you can be broke, because they made, I know they lost the Champions League final, but they made it to a Champions League final. They're going to be playing European football next season. I'm sure you earn money from finishing second place in a Champions League, making it to the final. I'm sure you earn a bit of money from that. Too, and I'm sure maybe they might sell players as well. And Marco Reus is leaving as well, so they don't need, again, there's money saved as well on Reus's Marco Reus's wages too, wasn't it? So I really don't get it. I really don't get it. MS says they just got a weapons manufacturer to sponsor, telling me they don't even have 50 million. Yeah, exactly. Teams sort of, I like to say some teams risk their arm. And I feel like with Sancho, and maybe you could say the same with Greenwood, they're risking their arm. It's as simple as that. Like, I bet you if we had Sancho for 20 million or 30 million, they'd all of a sudden be able to, oh yeah, that's fine by me. 20, 30 million, lovely. And you take that in check. But 50 million or more, it's a bit like, whoa. Like, honestly, like, fucking hell. Like, honestly. What we should have done? A loan to buy, but then again, maybe they wouldn't have even done that. Or did we do a loan to buy with them? I don't think we done a loan to buy. I think it was just a straight loan for Sancho, wasn't it? But again, I mean, I get your frustrations. I do, Paul. I really, really do. And the really stupid thing is caught me drink, and I can't get it out, so I'm not bothering. But yeah, look, I mean, you could say the same for others. But I'll tell you what, if a Saudi came in now, look at Casemiro, for example. I was seeing news today that was like 80, 90, 100 mil Al Nassr we're going to offer. Look, offer that away. You put that bid in for Casemiro. You put a 90 million for Casemiro, and we'll accept it. I'd be accepting it. I'd be pressing my foot down, saying let's get this done. But that's not going to happen. Casemiro might not. Honestly, if we, imagine, like, honestly, if I wake up one of these days and see Casemiro to whatever club in Saudi Arabia, here we go, 100 mil, I'd be like, okay. So how many years has Ineos and the Glazers and Ten Hag had in prison? Because we just robbed a certain team. How many years? And what? Why? Imagine. Here's hoping, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, again, I'm not even going to speak about the man, but again, you are right. When it comes to players, teams all of a sudden have dinosaur arms and can put their hands in their pocket and pay a bit of moolah. But look, Ineos, Mason Greenwood, possible chance he could be going to Juventus. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't head elsewhere. I really, really don't. I really don't. Whether that's Barcelona, Juventus, whether he goes to a Portuguese team, whether he goes to Saudi, I can say here very confident that I don't think Greenwood will not be playing for Manchester United next season. It's all, and look, it's a shame how things went with Greenwood, because before that incident happened there a couple of years back, he was playing very well for Manchester United. I mean, imagine attacking line of Garnacho, Rasmus, and Greenwood. I don't want Greenwood back at the club. I'm going to be stubborn about that because I'm not going to change. But look, shit happens, and look, we have Garnacho and Kobe Mania and now Rasmus up top, so maybe we could do a bit of job there. Mel says you got some people watching. Drop some love for Dino, lads. Yeah, but look, I'd appreciate, lads and lasses, if you could drop a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Honestly, it helps the channel out a lot. I know it's a bit later than usual, the sort of news shows. On a Friday, we'll switch it up, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 bells wouldn't hurt. Yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea. Right, so another Nice player that Manchester United have been linked to goes by the name. I'm going to probably butcher this fella's first name. I'm just going to say Thuram. I'm just going to say Thuram. So Manchester United among the clubs interested in Nice midfielder Thuram. He would cost around 20 to 30 million euros this summer, with 1 year left on his contract. So again, he is a midfielder. Manchester United are looking for a midfielder. Look, I've heard people say that they don't really rate him. He suppose he's not that good. I mean, look, Kefren Thuram, midfielder, 23 years of age. Contract expires next summer, so he has a year left on his contract, like I just mentioned. He can play as a left midfielder and a CDM. So it can sort of be a bit how do I say the word? Versatile, if that's the word, where he can kind of play anywhere in the midfield sort of thing. So that's what Greenwood could do. Greenwood, Thuram. But again, like, you look back to the midfielders, and there's not a lot of midfielders out there. Like Neves, I'd love to want Neves, but the price is just ridiculous. Like 100 million or something ridiculous like that is a bit ridiculous. I hope we don't go near that. I hope we don't go near that. 100, but look, he is a good player. He is a good player. Neves, some are saying Fofana. I mean, look, honestly, we just keep Amrabat and bring in Thuram, or Fofana. Like, do we do that? Like, like what are we doing with Amrabat? I'd keep him. Honestly, I'd keep him. The mayor says 100 million is not worth it for Neves. I haven't seen enough for it. No, exactly. I mean, like, I'm sure he's a good youngster. I'm sure he plays well with Portugal and Benfica and all them sorts. But 100 million is a bit hairy, and he's only young. Again, I'm the sort of person that says, show me our medals, or show me why we should pay this amount of money for it. Like Casemiro, we brought him in. Yeah, we may have overspent, but look, he showed us his medals, right? Anthony was doing well at Ajax, had a few trophies, showed us his medals, right? I know it hasn't worked out. I know that, and it's fucking shit, but hopefully it can work out in the end. Rasmus, right, fair enough. Tried to show me his medals, but unfortunately didn't really have any. Leach, it's a defender, solid as a rock, has medals. Onana, Yeah, I just honestly I played well against Man City in the Champions League final 2 years back. So yeah, so yeah. Look, there is definitely show me a medal and show me why we should pay this money. Why we should pay this amount of money for it? Because look, I've never watched Ryan Neves before. Look, that's one thing about looking forward to the Euros. Like you can look at the players that were linked to it. We can look at Neves if he's called about the Portuguese team. You can look at this bloke if he's played for France, which I doubt he'd be called up because look at the midfielders France have. I don't think he'd be called up, but maybe he is. I haven't seen most of the teams' announcements, Euro sheet that are going, so I can't really say that. You can look at a few other players that we've been linked with too. So that is the joy of having the Euros. That is the joy of having the Euros around these times, but I do think that we cannot overspend, and we can't get shafted either when it comes to selling players. We can't bend over backwards because we've done it before. And poor El, no, I'm going to say poor Richard Arnold and John Morta haven't been walking straight ever since he came to Manchester because they've done nothing but bend over backwards for teams. And yeah, you know yourself. You fill in the blanks. You fill in the blanks. If you must. But hopefully, we do bring in the right players for the right amount because that's always been it. Like you'd be sick of having conversations where, or like, why do we spend this amount of money for this player? I don't know. Again, if you can like the video and subscribe. Anything like that can help the channel, we'd appreciate. Share it around, do what you can, be much appreciated as always. I understand the show's a bit later than usual. I know it's a Friday, but Dino is busy, but he promises from here on in the Friday shows will be a bit earlier on a Friday, and then it'll be the same time during the week, depending on how things happen there. But look, hopefully we don't bend over backwards. Hopefully we don't bend over backwards because you know yourself. So I want to talk about another man I linked with. Todibo, another bloke he plays for Nice. Right, so coming out from L'Equipe have said Jean-Claire Todibo, who was wanted by many clubs, including Manchester United, could be available for around 25 million euros. Now I've seen this today. I've seen the Paddock posted on the Twitter page, and I tell you what, if honestly, if that's like, even if it goes up to 30 million, 35 million, that's honestly not bad because we're looking at spending nearly 60 mil for a Euro. He was 18 and I've never watched before, but we can pay 25 million euros, maybe slightly more. I can't see it going up a lot. That's decent. Like that is honestly 20. I look at that as a bargain. That's a bargain. Deadly serious. That's a bargain. If that's the amount the books were talking here about Todibo, who if we don't sign him, someone else will. Honestly, we should be all over that. We should be all over that like a rash. Like honestly, we should be all over that. Honestly, he's 24 years of age, and when I seen that this morning, I thought, nah, surely that's all mad. I know, and his contract. It's not like he has a year left on his contract. His contract expires at least in 2027. So the fact is if that's how much he's worth, if that's how much he's worth, honestly, we should be all over it like a hot rash too. But again, we can't because Ineos, the stupid bastards, don't know whether they're going to really keep the manager or not, which is fucking so annoying. I swear to God. Honestly. But yeah, please do like the video, Reds. Be much appreciated. If you are anyone like what you're seeing or hearing, please do subscribe and like. It'd be much appreciated as always. But yeah, back to Todibo. 25. So here's basically, the players that we've been linked to. So Todibo, bring him in. We'll say 20. We'll round it off to maybe 30 million, right? Just round it off. Bit of a nice number, right? 30 million, right? The midfielder. Let's just throw Neves in there because let's throw Joao Neves in there, or maybe Fofana. You're probably going to spend a bit on Neves if we are going to bring him in. Amrabat, again, you can't forget Amrabat. We still have to sign him permanently if we plan on keeping him at the club. We need to do that. We're looking at a left back in Kirkes, who Adib has mentioned, because he still wants Tuchel, and I want fucking a big house. But I'm not saying I'm going to get it. He says United need the first one: Tuchel, Dani Olmo, Kirkes, Gibbs, Murillo, Chalobah, Kudus. Gibbs white, yeah, but against look, decent list, but fortunately, bro, we're not going to be getting most of them. Like, it's as simple as that, pal. I can only be honest with you. But Tuchel, no, Jesus, no. Exactly, man. He's paying for all that. And I mean, Adib, if you have a lot of money, you're going to throw that in. Well then, let's get talking. But no, look, I don't. It's easy to tell someone else how to spend their money, but when it comes to spending their own, it's a bit whoa. Who said I was getting involved? Who said I was getting involved? But yeah, and again, Kirkes, linked with him too. Bournemouth left back. For Hungary, played my country, don't know, Ireland. Didn't do too bad. He's actually not a bad left back, but again, you look at Malassi, who hasn't kicked the ball for us in the past 12 months. Luke Shaw, last time we played for Manchester United was against Luton Town when we beat them 2-1 away from home. Dallo and Wan-Bissaka have been swapping and changing when it's came to left back. It's either Wan-Bissaka left back or Dallo left back, or that's literally what it's been. I mean, the FA Cup final, I think it was Dallo left back, Wan-Bissaka right back, which, look, Wan-Bissaka doing a job against what's the bloke's name? What's that City? Anyways, you know what I mean. That's City winger Doku. Put him in his place as well. So it worked well in the end. But you can't go another season having a right back, left back. I know. Look, we didn't do too bad when we done it, but you could tell we needed a Luke Shaw or even a Malassia tearing down that left hand side. Ball whipped in, bang. And Luke Shaw has a bit of, look at the size of him. He's a big boy. He has pace, and he's a physical lad. He's a physical lad, which is very, very vital. We're on for 40 minutes now. Jesus Christ, that's a long. That time has flown, boy, hasn't it? But yeah, look, that's pretty much what I make of it there. But look, we can sit here and talk about transfers, and there's still one more bit to talk about, but we can't do anything until Ten Hag goes. We spoke to today when it came to the Manchester United news. Some players that are linked with won't want to come to a club that they don't know, because we're fucking trying to bring in Gareth Southgate. Honestly, fucking that grinds my gears. That grinds my gears. That really, really does. But look, last bit of news to discuss. I wouldn't say last bit of news actually, because I want to discuss about VAR after we talk about the Portuguese Magnifico, Bruno Fernandes. So serious offers for Bruno Fernandes will begin at £70 million, but he is rated by Ineos as United's finest footballer. Bruno wants an increase on his rumoured salary from around 220 grand a week to 300 grand a week, and is keen to know the club's direction. Fucking hell, Bruno, relax. I mean, I know Anthony's not far behind you, but relax. Relax. I mean, you need to relax there, pal. But yeah, look, I do, I do like Bruno, and I hope he stays. I think he will stay. Look, I hope he stays. But we sort of need to hold on to Bruno. We need to hold on to Bruno Fernandes, because he is a good. And again, anyone new, I'm going to keep saying it because I always say it, regardless of how good the show is or bad the show is, numbers wise. Please do like the video, share and subscribe. Much appreciated. I really would appreciate you. Amaz says, Dino, I'm going to hit the sack, like, share and subscribe. Everyone, I'll see you later. See you later, mate, pal, on there. Cheers for your company, pal. I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy. But yeah, look, Bruno Fernandes, we need to hold on to him big time. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, look, he's a captain, leader on the pitch. Say what you want. He is a good player, and if we let Bruno go, that's another big gap that we need to fill. Look, I don't think he will let him go. I hope Ineos will do what they can to keep him stay. Look, I'm sure they'll give him that contract he wants. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But the fact is I just hope we hold on to him big time, because we look. I know some will have their differences when it comes to Bruno, but honestly, I'm a big fan of Bruno, and I'll tell you what, he's a top player. Commentator from, I'm probably going to butcher your name, but he says, Berry says, great, we need Bruno replacement, so the earlier we plan for, the better. Well, no, we're not getting rid of Bruno. We're not getting rid of him. Manchester United, if offers come in for 70 million euros or more, well, then they'll consider it. But if we give Bruno that 300 grand a week contract, well, then he's remaining. So I don't know. I appreciate your opinion, bro. But to some people that I know some people say Bruno can be a bit of a moan bag on the pitch. I get that. I watch him. Sometimes he does piss me off. But Bruno on his day is a brilliant player for Manchester United. When Bruno turns up, he is a quality player. I know he has bad days. I know that. But so does, you look at the other top class players around the world. Kevin De Bruyne has an off day. People are on his back. Obviously, I'm always, as a United fan, I hate De Bruyne, rate him, but obviously you're going to slag him when he has a bad game. Your Tony Cruz, for example. You're Bellingham. Everyone has a bad game, but Bruno, he is a good player, and I wouldn't be getting rid of him anytime soon. But we may give him that contract, or as a big offer may come in elsewhere, and we may accept it. And well, then we need we need to look at a replacement. But we honestly, with how this season's went, and sure we don't have a lot of money, we can't afford to let Bruno go yet. Last bit of news, I want to discuss about VAR, because this news came out yesterday and I didn't get time to talk about it. So the Premier League clubs have voted to keep VAR. It's also agreed that improvements should be made. So I heard something that 19 clubs voted for it to stay and one club voted for it to go. That one club was the usual suspects, Wolverhampton Wanderers. I can see why. They've had a bit of pain with it this year, but the fact that Liverpool, who've been moaning about it, Man City, who've been moaning about it, we've been moaning about it. Trust me, I'm not going to say we haven't, because I've been moaning about VAR. I'm sure Manchester United fans have been moaning. Other Manchester United fans have been, moaning about VAR. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, those teams. But the fact that we're keeping it, again, back to when the owners at the club, Manchester United. What happened to fan opinion? What happened to our fans' opinions, man? What happened to all that bollocks? We should have been the club to say get rid of it. But improvements, but it's a great improvement should be made. How the referees look? I know some would say, look, it's not VAR, it's the refs. I can agree with you to that extent, because sometimes referees don't really make it easy for us to say, oh yeah, he refed a good game today, because I hate all the referees. I hate them all. Harold, even that Harold Webb guy who thought, let's bring VAR, it's going to be the next best thing. It hasn't. I think you said the first time was it the World Cup? Was it the World Cup before, or was it the Euros? Anyways, they used it in a international competition. I presume it was the last World Cup, 2018. Was that the last World Cup? It was, because the next World Cup is 2026. So obviously, so I think it was 2018 was the first time it was. It was we're all familiar with it, and we all look. Look, yeah, that looks like a decent bit of technology there. But when you get a referee who gets the game, he knows what the game's all about and can actually use VAR, happy days. But they're very rare. And the English referees are ridiculous. Look, the foreign referees, some foreign referees are good. Honestly, that one that looks like Trossard, he's a good ref. There are good referees, but there are some who just, think the football match is all about them when it's not. It's about two teams going head to head. And look, the referees. Most referees are ridiculous. They're poor. They don't know how to use VAR, and the fact that you're still having referees controlling VAR, say you have there's a game where you'd have Simon Hooper, Michael Oliver, and maybe someone else on VAR, and then you'd have some other doorknob manager refereeing the game. So I don't get it. And next season, it's going to do the same thing it did last season and fuck things up, mess things up, cost teams, and they'll be moaning about it. And look, as we can say as well, 19 clubs wanted to keep it. What more can we do? And again, more money is invented into the Premier League because of that. And yeah, I hate VAR. You celebrate a goal and then you find out 2 or 3 minutes later that it's disallowed, and it can just ruin. It can ruin good moments. Imagine, for example, now you score a winning goal in the Euros final, and then you find out a minute or two later that that's disallowed because your defender's toe or toenail was offside. It can ruin it. It can ruin it. The finest margins can cost you big time, and sometimes you're looking at it like that's off. Sometimes decisions go on for too long, like 5, 6, 7 minutes. Sometimes decisions go on for a bit too long, and you'd be shouting at the TV, "It's off! It's off!" And even if you think it's a penalty or a red card or whatever else, it's stupid. And look, the fact that we're let it remain in the Premier League. And look, Wolves, yeah, probably the only team that had a bit of common sense when it came to voting. But look, this has been the news show. We're going to end it there. I'm actually going to head off and record the Euros 2024 predictions now. I'm going to do that and hopefully get it up. If it's not over the weekend, we'll get it up early this week and next week because I know the Euro starts next Friday. So look, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't liked the video already, please do so and subscribe. And share it around if you can. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. And look, if any news breaks, we'll be on straight away. But thanks everybody for watching. And I'll speak to you on the next one. Peace.